Today, the Simonji Podcast will be talking about the best and worst movies of 2022. And don't worry, Noah's choice and favorite movie will shock you. All of that on today's episode of the Simonji Podcast. Exactly. So what's going on, YouTube? We out here. My name is Josh, and I'm here today joined by all these guests. First off, we have Noah.
Holler.
You could say hi, Noah.
Hi.
Speak words, man.
We got Adam.
Words.
Yeah.
Hi.
And then we have Liz.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Then we have first time on the podcast, Rochelle, my wife.
Yay!
This is your first time?
Yeah. She's been in like
been?
she's been in the background for the last one. Like for Tenet, like she was in the background of it.
I hated that movie. It sucked.
Yeah, she didn't like
don't
Tenet.
remember
That was a great
doing it.
movie.
We were drunk. And
What
speaking
was
of
that?
drunk, we also have Becca too.
I'm Josh. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
And then we also have Courtney too in the background as well.
I'm here. I can see myself
Oh, you can? Oh, hey, there you go.
in both cameras.
You see, it's like
That's
the
awesome.
back of your head on both angles.
Oh, my head,
You
her
totally
head
can
covers
see
my
her.
feet. That's amazing.
Oh, that,
Don't move your head.
that worked out perfectly. Yeah, so we're talking about the movies that came out in 2022. So just a heads up, we will be spoiling the following movies: Doctor Strange 2, Top Gun Maverick, Thor: Love and Thunder, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, Avatar 2, Guillermo del Toro's version of Pinocchio, and then Glass Onion. So you have been warned about those movies, so stop watching those podcasts if you want to watch those movies.
Did we already say that Cedric Diggory died?
No, we didn't say that yet. No, we just did. Thank you.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
tell Harry.
I'll save it for later.
There we go. All right, so let's get started. So we're starting off
Don't tell Harry.
with January 2022. Are you guys ready for the best and worst movies
Yes,
of
sir.
2022?
I think so.
All right, January 2022. You ready?
Yes.
Nothing of interest.
I'm a mess. Thank you.
There was no movies of interest that I could find, or any movies that
That's
we
a pretty
saw.
good movie. I saw it.
Yeah. What would you rate it?
Did really no movies come out in January?
There was nothing of interest that I could find.
Like what of interest?
Nothing.
Put it to your mouth, doofus.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm a loud person. It can't pick me up.
Moving on, February 2022, we got Jackass Forever, and we have Uncharted.
Uncharted wasn't that great.
stupid.
Sucked.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
it
it
was
was pretty
enjoyable.
good.
Jackass Forever was pretty good. I mean, Jackass was a good movie for just some stupid fail bits movie.
What would you rate it on our grading scale? Because our grading scale is 0 is laughable, 1 through 2 is don't bother, 3 to 5 is watch at your own risk, 6 through 8 is tolerable, and 9 through 10 is a must watch.
Tolerable.
I would say it's probably a solid 5. Like, watch at your own risk. It's funny, but it's not nearly as funny as the old ones. And then the old ones weren't terribly hilarious. They're just fun to watch.
Yeah.
I feel like 6 through 8 should be like enjoyable.
Yeah,
Like there's nothing in between tolerable and must watch.
I
That is
think
kind of
like
messed up.
enjoyable.
She makes a good point.
It's 2023. We might need to update this.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure Noah made this grading scale.
No, that
no,
tolerable
it
is a
was-
Ryan word. He
it-
totally
Yeah,
with
it
that
was
one.
me, you, Ryan, and Noah.
Okay.
All four of us
Okay,
kind
well
of
you guys
decided.
are dodos.
So what would
That should be
It should
two,
instead of
like,
tolerable, you should just make it
enjoyable.
good.
You
Or-
can tell men made
yeah,
it.
just
enjoyable
Well, every 2, keep tolerable,
So
and then
bearable.
do 7 and 8 as
as enjoyable?
Yeah, enjoyable.
Okay.
3 and 4 should be watch at your own risk.
Yeah.
5, 6.
5 and 6
Tolerable.
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 Yes, I like it.
7, 8 enjoyable. 9, 10 must watch.
All right, editor, make those changes.
Yes,
Thank
good
you.
job.
Thank you, Rochelle.
So
Got
I
it.
put Jackass
That helped.
at a 5, tolerable.
No, 3.
Courtney says 3 for those of you. who can't
Courtney says 3. Noah, you say 5.
hear. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
tolerable.
Tolerable, and then Courtney's saying watch at your own risk.
It was disgusting and like very dangerous.
Have you guys seen Uncharted?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
No.
Solid 5 out of 10.
Really?
It was not a good movie.
I would give it a
See,
6.
I'm gonna
Nice.
give it like a 7 or 8. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable, not just tolerable, like the scale says. It was enjoyable.
Well, I was talking with Bradley about it, and it's nothing. I don't even think it was like close to being accurate with the video games.
It's nothing like the video games. So if you like the video games, probably you won't like this.
But
Yeah.
the whole point was to make a show about it, or a movie about a video
Yeah,
game.
but
Right.
so I talked to Bradley about it too, and then we also talked to Meadow as well because she played the games and also really liked the movie. But the biggest complaint that we had was the cast. Like Tom Holland, he shouldn't have been the main dude. Burger guy, he shouldn't have been in either.
He was so annoying.
Oh, they both were just poorly cast. And then
That's what it was.
Zorro, or
Yeah.
Puss in Boots, whatever. Like he was just
Puss
poorly
in
cast.
Boots. Oh my god.
Wait, there's a cat in this movie?
No, Antonio Banderas. He plays as Puss in Boots.
He is Puss in Boots.
Yeah, and for me,
He's the
like
puss.
Tom,
In Boots.
In the boots.
Boots.
for me, Tom Holland is just forever Spider-Man, and so it's
Yeah.
really like whenever
He's
he
such a young
plays,
cutie.
yeah, whenever he plays another character, all I see is Spider-Man.
And he's a
It's just
child
like-
too. Like in the Uncharted games, he's supposed to be like a 30-year-old man. It's like, oh, okay, that's a 30-year-old man. That looks more like a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
That's
He's
very
actually like
true.
Hollywood
25 or
I think
26.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what brought
He's
it
my
down
age.
to a 5 for
Yeah.
me. Was just the casting. It felt very forced.
Yeah.
And they were trying to be funny,
Yeah.
and it did not
Right.
work out.
I liked it. Yeah, I'd be with Rochelle. I give it 7 Wahlburgers out of 10. So, no. All right, moving on to March. We got The Batman.
Good movie.
Decent.
So
you
we
rated
are-
it an 8 already?
So we already rated this podcast. It was myself, Ryan, Adam, and Liz. I gave it a 9.
Where
Ryan
the hell
gave it.
was I?
I think you were drunk.
Okay.
I give it a 9.
Excusable.
Ryan gave it an 8.5. Adam gave it 8 emo kids out of 10, and then Liz gave it a 6.5, which adds up as an average as a grand total of 8 being
I
tolerable.
thought I'd give it a lot more.
Or I guess in our new scale, it would be enjoyable.
Enjoyable.
It was
I
enjoyable.
could not
go.
stay awake for that movie for the life of me. I tried as hard as I possibly could, and I kept falling asleep.
Oh,
That
it was
chick
so
pissed me
good
off.
though. Did
I don't
you
know if
watch
it
it
had
at like
anything-
midnight or something?
Yeah, I don't think it had anything to do with that. I think I was just tired. So I'll have to-
Tired?
It is kind of like a slow movie. Like,
I'll have to
It's-
rewatch
yeah.
it
yeah.
sober.
Yeah, it's definitely enjoyable, but yeah, you'd have to like sit down for like, I think it's like a 3-hour movie, right?
Yeah. It was the
That's
I
best.
think,
way
I think
too
it's pretty
long.
close. Yeah.
Oh, and Avatar was fine.
Yeah,
We'll get to that.
that movie was good at least.
All right, moving on. April, we have a lot of movies. We got Morbius. We got
I didn't
Sonic.
see any of those.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We got The Northman. We got The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. And then we got Fantastic Beasts 3, The Giant Pile of Fecal Matter. I mean, The Secrets of
The
Dumbledore.
Nicolas Cage movie came out this year.
Yeah.
I never saw that. I wanted to see that.
I
That
wanted
looks
to see that too.
stupid.
I-
You're right now.
Isn't Dumbledore gay?
Pause.
Isn't Dumbledore?
I think he is, yeah.
They made him gay.
Who's dead?
Dumbledore.
Maybe
They made him
Dumbledore
gay.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it? Wasn't his actor in the Harry Potter movies? Wasn't he actually gay?
Yeah.
Every actor's gay, so.
I saw
Alright.
one of these movies.
Which one did
What
you
movie
see?
did what movie you see?
I saw Sonic 2 the Hedgehog.
I heard that movie was
things.
really good.
I hadn't seen the
Really?
first one, so I was a little
My
lost.
30-year-old boss from Verizon watched that movie by himself in a theater,
Am I
and he said it was really good.
And he didn't get
You're
kicked
kind
out
of just
for being a
exposing
pedo?
him right now, man.
I hope he sees it. I get fired.
Yeah, it was okay.
Sorry.
I didn't really get the first one. Like I didn't watch the first one, but
Oh, I saw Morbius. That was really, really good.
oh yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
No one has ever
This
said that
known as,
movie was
the
good.
Worst
You-
movie ever.
Did you guys hear about the Morbius, like them trolling the producers who made Morbius? Like that whole backstory?
No.
So the movie bombed so hard at the beginning that they pulled it from theaters. Like it was like expected to go for like 9 or 10 weeks or whatever, and they pulled it like immediately when it started bombing bad.
Wow.
But then fans or like fake fans, like trolls, were saying like, "No, bring it back, Sony! Come on, put it back in theaters." So they did it, lost even more money on the movie, and nobody saw it.
Oh my gosh.
Is that Matt Smith?
Yes, it is. It is Matt Smith.
I
Who's
thought
the
the
girl on the
Northman.
right?
I don't know, some chick.
I thought the Northman was a TV show. I didn't think it was a movie.
No, it was a movie. Yeah,
I thought it was a TV show too.
Yeah.
it's the way how it's been described. It's like the Lion King, but with Vikings and way more violent.
Ooh. We should watch that.
It's also a psychedelic trip as well.
Hey.
So like the
So
Green
why
Knight.
didn't we go see this?
Because it didn't do well.
Oh,
They were
really?
saying it got it.
Also April.
It got a little too weird. It was kind of like Lighthouse, L,
Oh, ew, that movie.
with Cedric Diggory and Norman Osborn.
I never
Don't tell
saw
her.
that. I
Yeah.
wanted
It was
to see
really bad.
Really?
So
Not
good.
I thought it would be really good, but it was just
There
way
was,
too
like-
trippy.
Intercourse with mermaids and stuff and conch shells and
Yeah.
it was just a lot.
No-
See?
Why do people put that in movies?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was yucko.
Yeah. So.
Share with the class.
We need to see this movie. It's literally what I
Such
said.
a waste of my life.
Becca, what would you rate Sonic the Hedgehog 2 or Sonic 2 the Hedgehog?
I was a little inebriated, so we'll give it an 8.
You'll give it an enjoyable, all right?
Yeah.
Sonic 2 the Hedgehog?
That's what Becca said, because look at the poster.
Sonic 2 the Hedgehog.
Is that what I said?
You did say that.
Happy New Year's. I go to college.
All right, we're moving on to May now. We got Doctor Strange 2.
Sucked butt.
We got Downton Abbey 2. We got Bob's
Didn't
Burgers
see.
the movie,
Didn't see.
and we got Top Gun
That
Maverick.
was really good.
Rewind. I liked Doctor Strange. Adam.
Doctor Strange was such
I'll
butt
fight
water.
you on this. It was
Butt
amazing.
water.
It was
Wanda
Who?
carried that movie, and I would see it 100 times for her. Wanda Maximoff.
She's so cute.
She was honestly way better in the other movies.
She carried the movie. No,
She did not carry the
She
movie.
was the only good actress. in
Okay,
this
she
movie.
was the only good
That's what
actress
I'm
in the
saying.
movie. But this movie was so bad she couldn't carry it. There's no way.
No one could carry it.
It was like you would just be watching a movie and it would be like a serious scene, and then there'd be some like weird song that just blasts in your ears, some like
That was the
diddly
biggest
crap.
thing.
The soundtrack made no sense to the
The
entire
soundtrack
movie.
did not match the movie whatsoever.
I've seen it 3 times now, and I never noticed that. Because you said that the other day, and I rewatched it.
Let's watch it together. I will watch it together
Alright, alright,
with you
alright.
just to point it out
Alright,
every
alright,
single time.
alright.
Yeah, I had no interest in seeing this movie.
I never saw it.
I-
I'm kind of burnt out on Marvel right now.
Thank you.
I'm
Me
sure
too.
it'll come back around, but
Okay, there were
as
there
of
were
right
two
now,
scenes.
I'm over it.
2 scenes I really enjoyed. The first one, it was when it's like the Illuminati, so it's got like the guy from The Office, Jim. It's got Black Bolt. I don't know the actors.
Black
and,
Bolt's head explode.
Yeah, and Jim goes, Wanda, Black Bolt can kill you with one word from his mouth. She goes, what mouth? And it cuts to him. He has no mouth.
Ew.
It was
Isn't it-
amazing. I loved it.
I heard about that because wasn't he supposed to be like the smartest person in the world? So why would he say that out loud?
Wait, Jim from
Yeah,
The Office?
everybody
He's
was
like-
just
he's
kind
the
of like.
Weirdest twist, like, why is he even here?
John Krasinski's in it?
Yeah. And then the second scene I loved is when Wanda was like leaving the mirror dimension, and she's like contorting her body out of the gong, and she has to like. It was amazing. I loved that movie because it was directed by Raimi.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah, and he's like known for his horror movie stuff, and so I loved how it had like this horror spin on it. It was really amazing.
That was probably the only good thing.
What
was
else did
it-
he direct?
He
Is that the Spider-Man guy?
Yeah, he directed Spider-Man 1, 2, and
The
3.
Don't Tell Harry one?
The Don't Tell Harry one, yes.
All right.
How do you feel about that?
Excited.
Ooh.
Bradley, shout out to Bradley. He commented on our Instagram post and said he hated Doctor Strange 2. He thought it was the worst movie of 2022.
Absolutely.
But he also said Uncharted was his favorite movie of 2022.
So take his opinion with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
yeah,
So Bradley,
absolutely.
huge shout out, but I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Bradley. You've lost all credibility.
So Becca, Adam, and Liz, since you guys saw Doctor Strange, what would you rate it?
What did we?
I mean, it obviously had its faults, but I think overall it wasn't as bad as you guys are making it out to be.
I fell
Was
asleep.
it
through
enjoyable
the
then?
half. I think I
Yeah.
fell asleep.
So 7 or 8?
The last half of the movie, I was out. So
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I give Sonic 2 the Hedgehog an 8.
Sounds like you're...
So I can't give this one an 8. I'm going to give it a 9.
no, Sonic the
You
Hedgehog
gave it a
is a better
9?
movie than that.
Sonic 2.
A 9?
You gave
Freaking 9?
Wait, Doctor Strange a 9?
Yeah.
Or Sonic 2 the
I've
Hedgehog
seen
a
it
9?
4 times. I think 3 or 4 times.
Josh.
We've lost Josh.
Josh is not.
He's gone.
He's slurping his ice cream and hitting the microphone.
I'm laughing at that. I'm laughing at Sonic 2.
Don't make me laugh so much. It hurts.
Okay.
Slurp again, Josh.
I didn't
Adam-
see Sonic 1 the Hedgehog.
Adam, Liz, what would you rate? What would you rate? Whatever. What movie we're talking?
Sonic 2 the Hedgehog?
Josh is
No,
gone.
Doctor Strange.
Anything lower than a 5 and I'm disowning you.
I think we did rate it like. I think I gave it like a 3 or a 4.
Like a solid 2.
Like I never want to
Did
see
we
that movie.
watch the same movie?
I never want to see that movie ever again, but I will watch
Oh.
the movie with you, Becca, so I can criticize the crap out of it.
Oh, party foul.
Oh
Party
my god.
foul.
Oh no.
Gee, Josh, why are you struggling?
It didn't
so
land on the
much right now,
carpet.
bro?
It's okay.
It's okay. I don't care.
It just landed on a blankie.
Oh my god.
And you can wash
On the Mickey blankie?
Okay, but
Oh,
explain
yeah.
yourself. What made it so bad?
They told you the music sucked.
Okay,
The music
Let's- okay.
that makes it a 3?
let's go into it. Let's go
Because
into it.
they
Let's
went
go into
in
it.
drinking haterade.
CGI in general, everybody looks like they're from the second Matrix movie.
So is that
You
bad
don't
or good?
you don't know
I don't
what
know
I'm
what that
talking
means.
about.
Is that
You
bad or
don't watch
good?
good movies. I would say the second Matrix
thought
movie was a better movie than
I thought
that
the
movie.
CGI
So
in
the
the
CGI
Matrix
looks
was
like
amazing.
a good movie. Is
No.
what you're saying.
The CGI in that movie looks like a bunch of rubber men fighting each other. That would be the same thing in this
It's
movie.
like a video
It's
game
worse than the
cutscene.
thumbs. I would say the thumbs from Spy Kids was better CGI than Doctor Strange. They had like a few scenes where I was like, okay, that's sick. But the majority of it, I was like, okay, they're just going over the top with all this crappy CGI. They don't even care about the movie anymore.
What?
Second off, the story could care less about at all. And the fact that what's her face was just like, I'm gonna commit suicide in the end.
couldn't care
is
less.
Stupid.
Could not.
Who? What is
Thank you, Noah.
happening right now?
Okay, the story was so non-memorable, you didn't even remember it, and you've seen the
I could
movie
tell
3
you,
times.
I didn't want to interrupt Liz.
And then
So
at the
I
end
can-
of the movie,
Fight.
they're
fight,
just
fight.
like, you know
frustrating.
what? We have to make this movie sad, so we're just gonna kill off the best actor that we have.
Murder him.
Who?
Scarlet Witch. She literally commits suicide at the end of the movie.
She doesn't.
She
Spoilers.
does.
She literally doesn't.
She literally
Thank you.
collapses an entire mountain onto
I don't
her.
care.
She's a
Noah.
witch. She teleported, bro. Like, what
She's
do you
a witch.
mean?
She's a witch. Burn her.
And if you watched
That's
any,
another thing. Marvel movies don't know how to kill off people.
so at first you were upset because they killed her, and now because she's not dead, now you're like, oh, they don't know how to kill her. You're just a hater.
They did
wanna
kill
be a
Iron Man.
story.
Hey, they did
Next.
kill Iron Man, so you're kind
Yeah,
of
but
wrong there.
there's talks of bringing him back now.
You
Quit
just
away
don't like
from Josh
Marvel,
now.
dude. That's it.
I know.
No,
Wait,
I
wait.
liked
Wait, is
Marvel
there-
movies, but they're just so garbage now. They're just like so rushed and like not thought out. Like what
I thought
they used
so-
to have really good stories and like used to care about the characters.
This
Now I
one-
think they care
okay.
less.
Don't fling around the microphone like that, because it sounds like people are going on like a roller coaster.
So this one, it finished the character arc and development for Stephen Strange. I feel like he came full circle. We could talk about that later. I feel like it kind of took from the WandaVision television show and developed Wanda's character there. It introduced a new character to the universe, America Chavez. And I thought,
Chavez, is that her name?
yeah. And I thought, she's like a Hispanic hero, saving the world out
she's
here.
American.
Representation. I don't know. And then
Your guess is
I
as
don't
good
know, I
as
just
mine.
thought
I
it was a
haven't
good
seen this
movie.
Okay,
movie, so.
that was another thing. They made her that actor kind of got screwed in that acting role because they did not go into depth into her character at all. They were literally just like her parents were lesbian. That's all I can tell you about her. Like she had less lines than the Hulk in the first Avengers. Like I don't like they should have went more in depth into her, especially since she's a new character in the new MCU.
What else
rather
is
than
there
just,
about her
like-
character? So she has her powers since she was little. She sent her parents away because she couldn't control her powers. She spent all her life traveling the multiverse, and now she's here. I mean, she's only a kid. Like she's not like Stephen Strange, who's 32.
she's a kid?
She's literally a kid.
Okay,
she's like 12 years old.
So is Spider-Man.
Well, how much backstory do you want? How much backstory does he have? Uncle
He has
Ben's dead.
Too
He has
much.
tons.
He has
Uncle
too
Ben's
much
dead.
backstory. He has way
Spider-Man
too
has
much.
so
Spidey
much.
Got bit by a spider. Well, that's a part of the movie.
The
you know
new
what I mean?
Spider-Man movie, he didn't have any backstory really.
Which
That's
was
what I'm
nice.
saying.
Well,
For once.
they kind of
For
did
once,
like what
yeah.
they did with Batman with Ben Affleck. They were like, okay, everybody's probably
Everybody
over it.
knows.
Doctor Strange felt like a cheap, like a low budget movie. I think that's the only, like it just felt very like the timing was off on everything.
Fair.
So what did you and Adam give it?
I gave it a 5, tolerable.
I think I gave it like a 3 or a 4. I would say 4 just because I like what's her face, Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange. I like those two actors, and I was psyched
So
when
the
Jim
main
Halpert
characters
was in
the
it.
movie.
Gotcha. All right, let's move on because it's not a Doctor Strange React podcast.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
We got the Bob's Burgers. Becky, you said you did see it.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah. I was. Never mind.
She
Moving on.
was
it was
stoned to
funny.
the bone.
Both times. It was really funny. I enjoyed
Baked
it.
like a cake.
Yeah, it had good. Yeah, it was funny. Liked it. Yeah,
What would you rate it?
Probably
Hi.
an 8.
An 8?
Okay, if you were 100% sober, would you have felt the same way about it?
Probably not.
Exactly. There you go, audience. That's how you review a movie.
No, I actually heard it was really funny. I
No,
wanted
I
to see
really
it.
did
Yeah.
enjoy it.
No
Yeah.
interest.
All right, and then the last movie is this little known indie film called Top Gun Maverick.
Oh Oh, did anyone see Downton Abbey?
Downton
Oh, you saw Downton Abbey?
Elizabeth.
How was it?
It was really good. If you actually watched the series and knew what was happening,
No
it was great.
No idea.
You know, I thought it was a
see the
3 in
series,
CGI.
Do you
was
need to
so-
see the series to like understand it?
The CGI
Yeah,
sucked in it. Is
definitely.
that what you said, Becca?
Because it kind of just closes off their like stories really well.
Hulk had a better dialogue.
So is this like the last of the Downton Abbey movies,
I
or are they
believe
making
so.
more? Okay.
I doubt they're gonna make more.
Gotcha. What would you rate it?
An 8.
An 8. Okay.
0.5.
Enjoyable.
All right. So back to the indie film, Top Gun Maverick. Who all saw Top Gun Maverick?
I did. I own it. We can watch it after this in 4K.
I'd be so down.
We totally can.
First one was better.
Yeah, right. The first one was so bad.
So unfortunately, Rochelle and I have
that
not
bad.
seen this movie.
Really? We could
not.
totally watch it. I don't care.
We have not seen it, so we're going in completely blind. We have heard nothing but good things about this movie, though.
So good.
It was. I thought it was really good. The storyline was, like, it's not like the most amazing storyline you've ever seen, but it's good. And the act.
Enjoyable.
Movie of the year.
That-
Without a doubt.
Best movie of the year from Courtney. My
Even
goodness.
Better than Elvis?
Oh.
For Courtney.
Wow.
Courtney
Elvis.
didn't like the
They
Elvis
love
movie.
Elvis.
We'll get into that.
Oh, okay.
Can we spoil now?
Yeah, go ahead and spoil it.
The fact
Goose
that they were
dies.
able to.
No.
Goose.
That movie came out in the 80s.
That was the first one.
The fact that they were able to have a villain and never reveal who it was, but still keep the suspense about it, was really cool.
That
Oh,
is kind of
interesting.
cool. Yeah.
Huh.
You have no idea who the villain is.
Everyone suspects it's Russians, but they didn't even say it, and I was very proud of them.
And Becca, what would you said you saw the movie?
No, I haven't.
You haven't seen it either. Okay.
You haven't seen it?
Nah.
It's
I mean,
actually
you just
really good.
spoiled it for me, so I don't think I really want to see it anymore.
Not really.
Wait, what did I spoil? I didn't spoil
Because of
anything.
the beach scene.
Because of the beach scene, best movie of the year.
Is he
Wow,
shirtless?
Courtney.
They're all
Is he
shirtless.
shirtless? Yeah! Let's go watch it.
Okay, so Noah, Adam, and Liz, and Courtney, what would you rate Top Gun Maverick? Courtney says 10.
said 10? Are you being serious or are you just
I'm
drunk?
being serious.
Are you just
You got a star.
All right, Noah, what would you give it?
I would probably
He had to pick up the mic.
Do you want us to come back to you?
come back to me.
All right.
Beer.
Liz, what would you rate this movie?
9.8.
9.8. All right.
Right.
I liked it.
All right, Adam.
I would give it like an 8.
An 8. Okay, so an enjoyable.
Okay, just because I thought that what's his face, the other guy, the other main actor, what's his
Miles Teller, they got the
name?
mustache.
I don't like him.
Oh, he's a really good actor.
I hate him as an actor. I thought he was horrible in that movie.
Oh,
Because he was shirtless.
it's because he can grow a better mustache than you, isn't it?
No, I just thought everything he did was just like awkward and cheesy and like I don't know. I didn't really like him. Like I thought the first one was good. I thought the first movie was really good, except for that one song is what made that movie.
Danger Zone.
No. There's anytime there's a romantic scene in that movie, they play the same song. I'll find it for you. I have it in a playlist called Liz's Lovemaking Music.
Wow.
Wow. All right. Goodness. Noah, what are you getting? What are you giving this movie?
I did watch it somewhat recently. I'm trying to think of something I didn't like about the movie to not give it a 10.
Would you rewatch this movie?
Oh, I have many already.
So then it's probably a 10 for you then, if I had to guess.
Yeah,
At least
well,
a 9.
I can't give it an excuse to not rate it a 10, so I guess I got to give it a 10.
All right, you got a star. Good for you.
You got a star.
All right, we're halfway through,
my
guys.
boss
Now
is
we're into
chair.
June.
Wait, we're not done yet.
What? Okay.
Play a song.
Oh, no one wants to play, or Al wants to play a song.
This is the song.
Oh, yeah.
The first one was so bad.
Take a breath away.
Okay,
I would
have,
say the first one was just as good as the second one. It's just the only thing that made the second one like really good was because of the planes, all the fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
The story and the actors in the first one were just a lot better though.
Is that
okay,
the one
the storyline
in
is
the
a
first
lot
one
better
where
than
he
the first
cracks
one.
an egg on her
Yes.
belly and it starts like sizzling?
Ew.
That's
No,
not that.
that's
one.
That was the porno.
Oh.
That was that was Topless Gun.
Josh, do you
Top
need
is
another
good.
beer?
No, was it like Hot Rod or something?
He's okay.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about, or am I just like?
Nope.
That's something else, Becca. Sorry.
I think it was a parody of that movie.
Maybe.
Pretty sure it was
But like,
Nick
because
Green.
I remember that song, and he like cracks an egg on her and like sizzles like egg
I'm
and
sure
bacon on
that
her.
song is in more than just Top Gun.
I think it was like Hot Rod or. Comment below if you know what scene I'm talking about from a movie I cannot name.
Yes, thank you very much, commenter. All right, moving on to June 2022. We got Jurassic World Dominion. We got Elvis,
Yeah.
Spiderhead, Lightyear, Last Seen Alive, and Black Phone.
Did we see Last Seen Alive?
We did. That's why I have it on the list.
I think the only one that I
don't
saw was Jurassic
mind
World.
The only one I saw was Elvis. I didn't even see
I
Jurassic
saw
World.
Jurassic World and Lightyear, but
Was
Okay,
Jurassic
so-
World any good?
So Jurassic World was pretty bad. We rated
Compared
it.
to the second one.
So it was myself, Becca, Liz, and Adam. We rated it. I
Again,
rated
I
it.
wasn't invited.
I rated it 3 shirtless Jeff Goldblums out of 10.
Because they hate you.
Was I drunk again?
Probably. Becca gave it a laughable, a
alcoholic.
straight up 0.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
You gave it a 0?
No, I didn't.
Look back on the podcast.
I will.
I had to do research.
You definitely
Not a zero.
none of us liked that
Liz
movie.
ga-
It was so bad.
I did defend it. That's
Liz
why I
gave it a
remember.
2. Adam gave it 1 blues blue ball because she's transgender. And that's a grand total of 1.5. Don't bother.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad
1.5 is what you guys rated it?
Grand total. Yep.
Okay, compare it to the first two. What,
The first 2 Jurassic Worlds or Jurassic Parks?
Jurassic Worlds.
Jurassic Worlds. This is probably the worst one.
Yes,
It's
definitely.
it's a close between this
second
one and the
was-
second one.
The second one was bad.
Second one was garbage.
I would rather watch the second one over the first or over this one.
For some reason, I bought the second one. I have
I
it in
know.
my
You okay?
Apple.
You gotta stop drinking, buddy.
Because I wanted Courtney to see all of them because she
Yeah.
had seen none Jurassic Parks. And
None
so
Jurassic
we made it to the first Jurassic World and we never
One, but
continued.
none.
So have you seen the Jurassic World Dominion or no?
That one?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Okay, you're not missing out.
Yeah, don't watch.
Like
it.
there,
It's not
you
worth
can
it.
watch our podcast, but like the 3 original characters, they were thrown in just for like, oh hey, remember them? They're in this movie, and that was it.
They were only in it for a few minutes.
No, they were in for like a majority of the movie, but their roles were pointless.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I heard Black Phone was a good movie.
Rochelle and I.
good.
Was it? I never saw it,
It
and I
was
really
good.
wanted to see it. You would hate it. It's a horror movie.
It is, but it's very tasteful. Like it's not a lot of jump scares.
It's a tasteful
yeah.
horror movie.
Like the there's no jump scares,
tasty?
which like I'm usually like, okay, those jump scares are so cheesy. Like really,
yeah.
they didn't do that in this one. There were points where it was like, oh crap, but like it tastefully done. It was tastefully done.
It's kind of like if Stranger Things was like a little bit more scary.
No.
Was it?
Well, I mean, so
no,
okay,
no,
sorry,
take that back,
I
take
take
that
I
back.
take
Yeah.
it back. I'm sorry. What I mean to say is the kids were very good actors in this movie.
There's kids in that movie?
Yeah.
That's
Like
see,
young
that's always good to
teens.
find though. Like when you find a movie that has good acting kids, then it's a good movie.
Like
'Cause-
It?
Yeah.
Yeah, that it was
a good movie because
Yeah.
of the
Agree.
kids. Like an adult sucks. Kids are good.
Yeah.
That's what the pedophile I ran into last week said.
No.
Jeez.
Wait. You ran into him or he ran into you?
Moving on.
Am
So
I
Black
a child?
Phone
Dead
was
quiet.
really good. Absolutely. I would give it an 8.5.
For Black Phone?
Yeah.
I would give it
Let's see it.
I would give it 9 dead kids out of 10.
Really?
Really? You?
I might have to see it.
I see.
It was good.
What have you done to my brother?
So yeah,
This man was a woman.
I've never liked scary movies until Rochelle showed me, and now I'm like kind of hooked. So I would give
Turns
it.
you from woman to man.
So 9 for me. I really like that movie. Did you watch it, Becca, or no?
I think you told me about it, and I never got around to watching it.
It's good.
I think we Zoomed called, and yeah, totally forgot.
No.
You said it was on Netflix, though, no, or no?
I can't remember where it's on. I think it's on Prime. I think that's where we saw it.
Oh, okay.
Rochelle
Interesting.
and I saw Last Seen Alive. It's a Netflix movie with Gerard.
Wait. I have to guess what it's about
Okay.
because of that actor specifically.
Okay, go
he
for it.
goes on a killing spree
Is
to
he
gain
protecting
some.
the president?
Wait, no. He goes to gain some sort of objective
Okay.
that, in reality, after he completes that objective, he should go to jail for the rest of his life for murdering all those people.
You're actually very close. So yeah, he blows up a meth lab and kills a lot of people to try to save his ex-wife.
That's right.
So the ex-wife is the girl from Thor, and no, I'm not talking about Natalie Portman. I'm talking about the other chick.
from
The
Thor
Valkyrie?
2.
from that
Oh, the
cupcake
girl
TV
No,
show.
From Thor 2.
From like the
Valkyrie.
No, not Thor Valkyrie, the other chick. No.
No, the Two Broke Girls show. Isn't she from that?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
Moving on.
Kelsey.
Does she have
or
black
Chelsea
hair?
in it.
She has black hair, yes.
She's like the
Does she wear
assistant.
glasses in the Thor movie?
No, she's one of like the Thor. She's one of the gods. She's
One of
part.
the gods.
She's part of Thor's posse that likes Thor, but Thor likes
Oh.
Natalie Portman.
I have no idea. What
Oh
her
yeah,
name
that
is.
and
Yeah.
she was in Agents of Shield.
I think so. Yes. All right, moving on. I would give it 5 meth heads out of 10.
I'd give it 6.
5.
6
You gave it a 5 out of a 10.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't.
thought you said it was. Oh, it
What
wasn't
about
good?
Elvis?
Tolerable.
I never saw that. Noah said it was really good. Anybody see?
Are we
Noah
ready
see
to talk about Elvis?
I could talk about. Do you guys want to talk about Lightyear or Spiderhead real quick?
Lightyear.
I
It was
didn't-
good.
I
Didn't
didn't
see
It
see
was good.
Lightyear was surprisingly good. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit earlier off camera, but yeah, the whole like political thing behind it kind of ruined the experience for me, and then also like the fact that they introduced a lesbian couple was like super controversial. But again, you blink and you miss the entire scene. Not a big deal. I'd probably give it 6 gay space rangers out of 10.
Gay space.
Yeah, my only
Oh my God.
complaint about it was that like the animation style. I feel like I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
they're becoming. It's like a copy and paste kind of thing. I want to see something new, but I really liked the story and
It was
Yeah.
super deep for like a kids movie too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like he had to time travel like, and every time he did, he lose 5 years on the planet that they're all living on. So he's seeing people
At
age.
least.
Like at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
it was a
sad-
deep.
is
It was a
another
good
tearjerker?
story.
It was a little bit of a tearjerker, but I mean, it wasn't like crazy.
I want to see it. I'm gonna. It's on my list to
It's
watch.
good.
it was pretty good.
Oh, we would recommend it. What would you give it, Elle?
I'd give it a 6. 6.5. It was good. It was enjoyable. I would watch it again.
Becca, what would you give it?
I'll give it 7.
6 is tolerable.
Yes, 6 and 7 is a tolerable.
No,
7 and 8
5
is
and 6
enjoyable.
is tolerable.
Sorry, 7 and 8 is enjoyable. My bad.
give
6
it
and
a
5 is tolerable.
I gave it a 7.
7.
So
Sounds good.
enjoyable.
And then Spiderhead. I think I'm the only person that saw this. You guys.
I wanted to see it. I had no idea that came out either this year, but it seemed like an
What is that
interesting
one
movie.
Moral of the story.
It's about a spider with in its head.
Oh, okay. So
The-
Elvis.
so- So the moral of the story is there's these people that are like getting tested for drugs, and these drugs inside them, they can adjust the motions of people. So you have Miles Teller for whatever reason with this hot chick, and they up the ante so they're super attractive to each other. And then they do the same thing with Miles Teller and this old chick, and then they bump it up, and then they're both super attracted to each other.
and they all
Then they
fall
then they sell the drugs, yeah, with the intention of like, oh, here's your love drug, here you go, type thing.
It's an orgy.
Pretty much.
So
I would,
Oh.
I would
What's it
recommend
rated?
it. I would give it a B8 out of 10. The guy uses a bingo card to play it, so it's kind of funny.
what's it rated?
It's rated PG-13, I believe.
Oh, so isn't it?
Yeah, no. It's a movie you see once and that's it.
She's not even paying attention.
That's how I heard. You're gonna get punished later.
Oh,
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I actually do.
All right, Courtney, Noah, the biggest advocates for Elvis, maybe.
No.
What'd you guys think about the Elvis movie?
I would say 6.
You give it a tolerable?
Yeah.
A high tolerable.
Wow.
What did you think about this movie, Courtney?
It was too modern for me.
Too modern, okay.
Oh, that's right. You didn't like that there was like modern music in this.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
Doja
movie
Cat.
about like the 50s.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep, that's my one
that.
gripe with the whole movie is they used modern, like rap music, in a movie that was supposed to take place in the 50s, 60s, 70s,
Mm.
and it's just background music. But
Yeah.
still,
Just a little bit too.
and it's just a little bit. It's not the whole movie, but it does completely throw it off. I feel like for the one scene that it's in, and other than that, I thought it was a really, really good movie.
Gotcha. Okay.
Obviously, the story is the story.
Sure.
But Austin Butler kills it as Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
He sounds exactly like Elvis and he sings like Elvis.
Gerard's brother.
Maybe. I don't know.
Still sounds like Elvis right now.
Huh.
He does.
Yeah, he's like stuck in it. Yeah.
Interesting. What would
And
you give it?
apparently he was in iCarly too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I used to watch a lot of shows.
What would you give this movie?
I would give it like a solid 8.
Solid
Oh,
8.
I
Like-
thought you liked it more than that.
High enjoyable.
Maybe 8.5.
8.5.
Like I really, really liked that movie.
An almost must watch.
And I have seen it many times.
Okay.
Many, like more than 5 probably.
I'm changing mine to 7.5.
7.5 for Courtney. All right.
Wow.
So she was that
1.5
enjoyable?
jump.
Yeah, it's an enjoyable.
I would
'cause
say
when you
like it's on the
guys-
verge of a must watch.
Yeah, because after you guys first watched it, like when you were talking about it at the table, I feel like you said nothing but good things.
It's just that if they change the music in those parts and put old songs in,
Yeah.
like there's so many old 50s songs that they could have put in. Like it didn't have to be Elvis. It's expensive.
Oh yeah, the
What?
royalties.
All the fun royalties, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they could have put, because they even mentioned the Beatles in the movie too, and they could have put a Beatles song in there.
Really expensive. Because another thing too, like without getting too far down the sidetrack, I think other production companies too own it. So if this movie was, who made this movie? If it was produced by Universal, for example, they only have access to the Universal catalog of songs.
Oh, really?
And then it gets like super complicated, and a lot of money is exchanging hands. So I think that's why they don't do it.
There has to be some
Sure.
50s, 60s, or 70s song that they could have put in.
They probably could.
Not
But
some.
Take
it was
my
like,
breath
it's like
away.
It's no joke, like gangster rap in
oh, God,
Ew.
like straight out of
Doja
Compton
Cat.
rap
that's stupid.
in
Doja
a
Cat.
50s movie.
You're being a little dramatic.
Isn't
It's
Doja
Doja
Cat
Cat?
like
Isn't she rap?
Yeah.
this new
it's
age
not like-
rap?
Isn't
Yeah, it's
she
new age rap. It's
Isn't
not like-
she like?
But does that belong in the 50s
Not
though? That's
gangsta.
what
A
I'm
woman?
saying.
Well, it was like they took a clip from the Hound Dog song and like
Okay,
she remixed
that
it.
song isn't terrible,
Yeah.
but like just I mean it's the 50s. You can't.
I think
It just
this is
doesn't.
just
It
what
does
this is
not
what I
fit
heard.
to me.
This is what I heard. I don't know if it's true, so fact check me. But it's because Elvis was so closely linked with the African American community and kind of took like
Absolutely.
inspiration from them.
Uh-huh.
So I wonder if that was like an homage. I don't know.
It could have been, but so the guy that directed this movie also directed The Great Gatsby, and people complained of the same thing in that movie, saying that movie was took place in like the 50s or 60s, I think, or maybe in the 40s, in the 20s,
Yeah.
and they were using like Beyonce songs or something in it,
Yeah.
and it just didn't fit.
Yeah.
Didn't fit
Great,
the tone.
Great Gatsby is an underrated movie.
That is an underrated movie. It's really good. Other than the
That was
music,
made like
it's
10
really
years
good.
ago.
Yeah, I haven't seen this movie, so I don't know.
You haven't seen it?
I also
It's
think
an underrated movie. Tobey Maguire's in it. Your boy
Yeah,
Toby.
it's
Yeah.
really it's really good, and it's actually like really deep. You
And
kind of have to, it
and
makes you think
DiCaprio.
about it.
DiCaprio.
Yeah, I know DiCaprio's in it.
I don't know, just his life was so like complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do a Great Gatsby.
You gotta
one
read the
later.
book first.
you read.
What'd you say?
I
We had to read it. We had to read it in
Illiterate?
school.
I had that book read to me in English class.
That's how you
I was making a joke. I didn't realize we're actually illiterate.
Let's move on to July 2022. We got Thor: Love and Thunder, Where the Crawdads Sing, The Gray Man, and Nope.
Literally saw none of those movies.
Saw none of those.
Thor was so garbage.
I heard
Really?
it.
Thor
Even
was
you thought it was garbage? Then
So
I don't know if I
garbage.
would watch it.
I
I don't
I
know,
almost
I
stopped
kinda wanna
watching it
watch
midway
it.
through. It was that bad.
Oh yeah.
Really?
This is probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Wait, does Natalie
Okay, so
Portman
what-
become Thor? What's happening?
I'm
Why
like,
is she
and
do-
I'm
what?
yeah, I'm a pretty positive person. I almost stopped watching it.
What
was
made
really
it
bad.
so bad?
So Thor, like the first
thunder.
Thor movie, like he was a funny character, but I feel like he took himself seriously and he took and he
Right.
just the entire time it would be a really serious moment where Jane in the movie has cancer and she is dying. And then they're just like cracking
Spoiler.
jokes and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that is a serious subject for a lot of people.
Disrespect.
Right? And then she becomes Thor by picking up
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
The hammer.
Mjolnir.
She picks up like the pieces of the hammer because they got shattered and he has his axe. And she becomes Thor because the hammer called to her. But the hammer is killing her even more because it has radiation. So she is now dying sooner and has cancer. And there's like this.
Wait,
they're afraid.
Wouldn't the radiation cure the cancer?
I don't know the science behind it. Whatever.
Don't they do radiation therapy?
Yeah,
That's like
do.
chemo. Yeah.
I know,
and
that's
so
why I said it.
there's like this subject where like they kind of touch on it, but they don't really get into it. Where she talks about like she's in a hospital bed, hooked up, and she's going through chemo.
Right.
And Thor is
She
like,
bald?
no, and Thor is saying like,
That she
like
doesn't have chemo.
Shut up, Noah.
Sorry.
She's trying to explain this.
Thor is saying like I want you to stay alive because I love you and like we're in this relationship. And she's saying
in
like,
love with her?
yeah, it's so cute. And she's saying like, what kind of life is this if I'm just in a bed? And he's like, because I
that's
love you.
deep.
And it's like, they didn't even whatever.
That's so dark, especially from Taika Waititi. Like, he directed this movie and he also did the last one.
did?
Yeah.
and then she dies. Straight up dies.
She dies?
She dies.
Wait, what?
She should have died in the second one.
She straight up
I
dies.
kind of want to see it then.
And
What about Guardians of the Galaxy? They
if
were in
you-
this movie for like 5 seconds, right?
that was even worse. That was it was just so bad. It was so
Well-
bad. And it never took itself seriously, even in the moments where she's like.
And then
dying of
Christian
cancer.
Bale's character too was also like thrown away.
He kind of survived
Bale's
that. Like,
in-
he kind of made the movie, but.
Christian Bale was in this movie.
You didn't know that?
And then my one last gripe about the movie was that Christian Bale is like the villain of this movie, and then obviously, what's his name? Chris Hemsworth is the. It felt like they were in completely different movies. Like
Who?
I feel like
Who was?
The villain and the hero, Thor and Christian Bale.
the villain took it so seriously. Like he killed his role, and Thor again. It just like it kind of feels like he knows he's popular. He's just doing the role to make money. Like he kind of like it doesn't take itself seriously. Where I feel like it just didn't feel like the same movie. It was
I thought Chris
trailer?
It's all
Hemsworth
over
said
the
he was going to
place.
retire his role as Thor after the Avengers.
So, well, this was the last one. He said he was going to retire after this one, but then he also said he would do it again. Because I think he just wants money.
What about, so is Chris Evans the only one that's actually retiring, and that's the only person that nobody wants to retire?
I believe so, yes.
What about Iron Man? I thought he was retiring.
Well, there's theories that he wants to come back now.
Yeah.
So,
Boo.
so Becca, what would
I hope, I mean, they ended it so perfectly with both of them, Evans and RJ.
Yeah. So we had two people comment. We had Lex, our sister-in-law, and then we had Nate Fergasi. They both gave Thor their worst that was the worst movie of this year for them. So
Really?
Becca, what would you rate this movie?
I would only rate it a 1. I wouldn't rate it a 0, but I'm gonna rate it a 1 for Christian Bale. I think he tried his hardest to make the movie something. So
Josh, have you seen all these movies?
I've seen 3 of those movies. So I haven't seen Nope. Have you guys seen Nope?
Nope.
Cut the podcast. I saw The Gray Man. Did you guys see that? That was a Netflix movie. Not worth your time. What did
I heard it was decent.
It was, yeah, it was okay. Like, it was pretty much like if 007 and the Avengers like got together and made a movie. Like, it was meh.
Oh, did that movie come out this year?
What, 007? That
Yeah.
came out last year.
Oh, that movie was really good.
Yeah, so I described it as over-the-top action with poor movie editing, nothing really special. Lots of plot armor.
Russo brothers, though.
Not porn. Poor movie editing.
What's plot armor?
Like, so, like Fast and Furious, if something explodes, they should have died.
Oh, I
Yeah.
gotcha.
So there was a lot of that, like...
Fast and Furious, that's all I have to say.
So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what it was, too. It was also like a Fast and Furious movie.
Aren't Russo brothers the ones that made Stranger Things?
Doesn't this movie have boobs in it?
No.
oh my gosh.
Are they?
Hold on.
Russo
no,
is
it's
Avengers. Avengers.
Russo brothers are the Avengers. I forget who does
Oh, is
Stranger
it?
Things, but it's not them.
They're brothers then.
Doesn't that movie have boobs in it?
The Gray Man?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Isn't it hologram boobs?
No, that's
Blade Runner?
that's Blade Runner 2.
I thought that was The Watchmen.
has boobs?
Blade Runner 2 has boobs, yes. So I would give The Gray Man 4 Chris Evans mustaches out of 10.
Chris Evans.
Yeah, he's in that movie and has a mustache.
Yeah.
He actually plays as a really good douche. It's actually kind of funny.
He does
There's
pull
a
that role
lot
off.
of movies-
Duffer Brothers, okay.
There's a lot of movies where he plays off a really
Come on,
good
beer.
Yeah. And then Rochelle and I saw Where the Crawdads Sing, which is
And-
based off a book.
I've heard good
We
things
did
about that
indeed.
movie, but I never saw it.
I want to read the book first. I haven't.
Read the book first. It's super good. Like, the book is amazing. The movie's good.
Yeah. I give it a solid 5 abusive men out of 10.
Oh.
So that's
it
why
like
you
a-
saw it. That's why you thought it was
Give it
good.
like a 6.5.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
So not even that good.
So
It's a- I mean,
tolerable.
It's in between tolerable and enjoyable.
it's a chick flick, but it's
good.
it's also based off a really popular book.
The
Makes
book is
Yeah.
So good.
so good. Amazing.
Highly recommended. All right, moving on to August. We got Bullet Train. So Kenzie, the Wii Bowling Tournament champion,
Just called out. Jeez.
she recommended this movie, and I liked it a lot. It was a really good movie.
Bullet Train.
Yeah, so it's pretty much if
Really fast train.
The last movie that Kenzie recommended to me was that Truth or Dare movie with Don't Tell Harry's brother in it.
not James Franco, Dave Franco.
Yeah, he was in it, and they played Truth or Dare, and it's like it gets out of hand. That's the whole movie.
Wow. Okay.
It's like a thriller movie, and it was so weird and lame. It came out a long time ago, before I ever
Whoa.
met you, Courtney.
I just looked at the poster. The sniper bullet is a train. It's
Oh,
literally a bullet train.
So it's really
That's wild.
honestly it was really good. It was like if nobody met what was I thinking of? Kind of like John.
That's
Well,
what it looked like.
yeah, but it's more funny. So it's like, or Knives Out. That's what I was thinking. It's like nobody meets Knives Out. There's a mystery
Gotcha.
to it, but it's also like very action heavy as well.
Yeah.
Do you have glass onion in here?
I
Yes.
do. It's at the very end.
Good. I
Um,
know this will be a conversation.
Spoiler.
I'm giving this movie 9 Thomas Tank Engines out of 10. However, I would probably give this movie a 10 out of 10 because I've only seen it once. But
Really?
I thought it was really well done.
10 out of 10?
I probably would.
Wow.
I probably would.
Because the
No, he
commercials,
won't.
I remember not giving it any justice. At all.
Exactly. I thought the same exact thing. When I saw the commercials, I was like, this does not look like an interesting movie. But when I watched it, I was like, this is very well
Yeah,
done.
it looked like funny John Wick in the trailers for
Isn't
me.
he
Yeah.
so cute?
So,
I
He's
might
a
have to
little
give that a
tired.
chance.
September 2022 was Pinocchio, the live action
Did
movie.
anybody see that?
Did anybody see that?
Nope.
I never saw it.
Okay, great. We'll move on.
Wait, you saw it, Becca?
No.
Oh.
I said snore.
All right,
I
moving
want to
on.
see that, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
All right. October 2022, we got Black Adam. Did anybody see this movie?
My parents
Nope.
did. So that's telling you everything about
You're
it.
Adam from the bathroom.
Adam just said nope from the bathroom.
From the toilet. So your parents saw
I
it?
had no interest in seeing. Again, I'm just burnt out in superhero movies, I guess.
My dad doesn't like movies, so he was indifferent about it.
Okay.
Why do his eyes look like different sizes? Like
'Cause
the
it-
left eye looks.
Because he's
the
Dwayne
shadows.
Johnson.
Giant. And then
Yeah.
The other one looks really
It's
small.
the shadows.
Yeah,
Have
his
you
right eye is like down.
Have you guys heard about the drama behind what DC is going through right now?
Oh, because
No.
of Henry
Yeah, so
smoking Cavill.
DC went underneath new management, so they had Henry Cavill be in the end credits scene of Black Adam. And when the new management came in, they were saying, oh yeah, by the way, Henry Cavill's no longer Superman. So what you just did, well, first off, what they did, they went behind all the producers, like Dwayne Johnson and his team. They asked at first, can we put Henry Cavill in our movie? They said no. Like, okay, we're going to do it anyway because I'm Dwayne Johnson, so I get to do whatever I want. So they did that, pissed off a lot of people, like a lot of executives, and then it turns out they're transferring all the management and stuff like that who said, oh, Henry Cavill's not coming back at all. We're restarting all the way over, including no longer making Black Adam movies.
So this is a standalone?
So it's a standalone
Oh,
that
that's-
was
that's
leading up to
awesome.
something else, but it was just like, yeah, this was pretty much a throwaway movie.
Yeah, so it's not even worth watching because, wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so Warner Brothers is going through a lot of stuff right now. They're pretty much rebooting everything DC related. So they're going to have
Except Aquaman.
They should go to therapy.
Except Aquaman, though, right?
No, well, so they're going to still release Aquaman 2, and they're still going to release the Flash movie with the intention of canceling both, like rebooting it. Like,
But
so,
they're both like almost finished, though, right? That's why they're releasing
yeah,
them?
so I think both movies come out this 2023.
Okay.
I have a list, but we can talk about that later. Jason Momoa, who plays as Black Adam, there's rumors going around.
Jason Momoa did Black Adam, or did he do
So,
Aquaman?
as
As
Aquaman,
Aquaman.
sorry. Jason Momoa as Aquaman. They want to take him and use him as Lobo. So you remember
Who's
It's
Lobo.
Lobo.
He's already the other guy, though.
he is, but they're rebooting it.
They can't do that.
So basically, they're just starting over.
They're starting over, and
ruining
they're
our lives.
going to take the
So-
current cast and just put them in other roles. Is the idea?
Bruh.
Yeah. So
Bruh.
it's a mess right now. So I've been following it. It's been kind of fascinating just seeing it all crumble.
Are they when they start over?
Mhm.
Are they gonna do it right, kind of like Marvel did it, or are they they're gonna get too ambitious and all of a sudden just come out of the Justice League movie?
So originally they were trying. So you know how Kevin Feige is the executive producer of Marvel. Kevin Feige. He has his hands in every single movie since Iron Man 1, I believe.
Okay.
DC was trying to look for that, but they got two people instead. They got one guy, I forget what he's from, and then the second guy was James Gunn, the guy who directs Guardians of the Galaxy, those movies. So he's now in charge of DC. So he's working with this other guy and trying to actually make some sort of plan.
Okay.
Most likely it's going to be a bunch of standalone movies too with some sort of connections to bigger movies. But as of right now, it's kind of all up in the air. There was some concern about the Batman movie, that they wanted to make that the Batman of the Justice League series.
Uh-huh.
But he shot that down. It's like, no, that's going to be its own thing.
Cedric?
Cedric's going to be his own thing.
Okay.
They're going to have to make another Batman that'll be part of the Justice League. So
All right. And it's probably not going to be Ben Affleck.
Probably not.
Because I honestly don't. I know everybody loves him as Batman, but I don't really care for him as
I
Batman.
don't like him.
Not
as
a lot of
Batman.
people do actually like him as Batman.
Really?
So yeah.
Ben Affleck,
Ben
the
Affleck.
most recent one that wasn't Robert Downey.
Affleck.
I'm just not
Robert
a big fan of
Pattinson.
Ben Affleck. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Jason Momoa as Lobo would actually be a great cast.
We moved
I
on.
think he would be.
We've already passed that.
He would be a good Lobo.
You little
Except for pooping in the middle.
So Jason Momoa was saying
Do that.
he was saying he wants to be Lobo. Like
He would be a better Lobo than he is Aquaman. He got a crappy cast for Aquaman, to be honest. I wanted to Coke.
I want
Yeah,
a
you
beer.
need one.
It's
All
Coke
right.
Zero.
Moving on, guys. We're almost done.
So do I. I like
November
it better.
2022, we got Black Panther: Wakanda Forever and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Wait, Black Panther came out?
It did.
Bruh.
A while ago.
I
I heard
saw
it
it.
was not good.
Really?
Wow.
Like,
Like,
they
I-
made a girl Black Panther, right?
Well, there was.
If you think it's not good, you're racist.
So they basically, a guy that died from cancer, they kicked him under the rug and put a woman in his spot, huh?
No, that was not part of the story. The part of the story was the girl is trying to save.
Things to say.
No, I have nothing to say to you.
It's just like to rouse something.
The main part of the story, from my understanding, is the girl was trying to save Black Panther the entire time and then couldn't. So now she's going through like a midlife crisis, whatever, and then she becomes Black Panther. That's
Okay, so how do they kill off Black Panther then? Do you know?
I don't know. I think they
has
said he had a
cancer.
disease.
He has cancer.
I think they actually do. I don't think it was like anything like he blew up in a plane crash or something.
I heard this movie was supposed to be empowerment for Mexican people.
For Mexican people, it's
Because Nandor.
That's
It's
what my
people
boss.
of Mexican heritage.
That's what my boss
My
said.
wife
My boss said that after he saw this movie. He
They're
was like,
Latinos.
"I feel
Or
empowered."
Latinx.
So the thing is, I heard it was a very good movie, and like for Chad Boseman, the Black Panther main guy, it was a very good send-off movie for him. As a movie overall, it wasn't that good.
Huh.
So, which is kind of a bummer.
See,
I heard it was a good tribute.
Yes.
I
An
sat down one
homage.
day and I'm like, I'm going to watch all the new Marvel movies.
The
First
soundtrack was
movie
really
on
good,
the
though.
list was the Black Widow movie. Made
Big
it about,
mistake. Big
Made
mistake.
it about halfway and just gave up. I was like, this is stupid. I don't even know what's going on.
All right, and then moving on, another Marvel movie, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Rashawn and I saw this one.
Is it a show, like a TV show?
It was
or
actually
is
good.
it
Did
a
you watch
movie?
it?
I did, yeah.
It's like a short.
I didn't
short?
hate it.
I thought it was cute.
It was cute.
It wasn't bad at all.
I thought it was gonna be absolute trash, so I went in with really low expectations, and then I was pleasantly surprised when it didn't suck.
Yeah, I think. I think Mantis and the other guy, Drax. I feel like they did a really good job. You could tell like they really cared. I kind of have an issue with
Blessings.
Chris Pratt. He's becoming a B-list actor, and I couldn't stand his acting in this. It was awful. I'm sorry, but everything
Really?
else was fine.
So it was nice then that he wasn't in it as much
Yeah.
as I feel like Drax and Mantis were like the main
yeah,
the
and
main
that- yeah, and they
people.
killed it.
They did a good job.
Yeah, the songs in this movie were super catchy, like annoyingly catchy. Like the first one, it was stuck in my head for like a week.
Sing it.
I don't know what Christmas time is here. That song, it's great. It's a good one. It's a banger.
That was really good.
Thanks.
I
The
didn't
one thing,
recognize it.
the one thing I don't like about this movie, and it's my biggest gripe with all the Marvel movies, is you have to watch every single Marvel movie in order to fully get this movie.
Yeah, it builds off of the backstory of Peter Quill and all of that.
Yeah, like if you wanted to fully understand this movie, you need to see the first two Guardians, which is fine and understandable. But then you also need to go see Infinity War, Endgame, and then all the movies that are corresponded to that.
You know,
that's true because Gamora died.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she dies.
I think this is like a stepping stone for the next movie that they're doing, because they had to establish
Wait a
that
minute.
Mantis and Peter Quill are siblings.
Yes.
That had to be established. There was one other
Mantis and
thing.
Peter Krill are
Quill.
siblings?
Yeah. Spoiler.
Oh, I guess that
that's
makes
cool.
sense. Hey, wait a minute.
Waiting.
Gamora dies, but she's in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
Yes.
She is, but this is the new one.
The new Gamora. Because he goes back and finds the other one and makes her fall in love with him again.
Gotcha.
Adam, share the microphone with
Of
us.
course he does.
Yeah.
Too late. She
So-
already
It's
said her
they,
piece.
see, that's another thing about Marvel movies is once people die, they don't stay dead.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Red Skull comes back to
Didn't
life.
Adam already talk about that like 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, it's so true
Let's
though.
talk about it again.
It makes it so.
That
This is
prominent.
why Marvel movies are so bad. They don't know how to kill people. When you die, you die. That's it.
That's not true. You go to heaven.
What do
It
you
makes
Not
it
in
so hard to
Marvel.
keep track of
Go
everything.
up there,
You
okay?
didn't see the movie. You didn't see the movie. You saw the movie. What do you rate it?
Rochelle, what would you give this movie?
Oh, I would say it's a high tolerable.
I would say 2, a 6 as well.
I haven't seen any of
Becca?
these movies. I think I've seen 3 movies.
It's
this
okay.
year.
You can
I'll say 5. I'll say 5.
A 5? Okay, nice.
I've actually
Yeah.
seen a decent amount of these.
I've seen
I'm surprised.
like 20 movies this year, but it's all been either Top Gun, like rewatching movies.
Yeah, see, I need to write down the movies that come out so when they come out to like streaming, I can watch them.
December 2022, the last month that we're reviewing.
woo.
Avatar
Best
2.
month.
There's another Pinocchio.
There's
movie?
another Pinocchio.
the
And then there's Glass Onion.
Background. Wait, what the heck is
What the hell is
Okay,
going
so
on?
let's start with Pinocchio. So Rochelle and I
It's
saw Pinocchio.
Netflix
It's a Netflix
Claymation.
exclusive.
claymation.
It's a claymation, yeah, stop
Are you
motion.
serious?
It's really well done. Ewan
Okay.
McGregor's in this movie. He plays as Sebastian.
Then I gotta
Krieger.
see it.
Except
Ian McGregor?
yes,
Obi-Wan?
Ewan.
Kenobi?
Obi-Wan's in it.
EW guys. Ewan.
It's
Hello there.
sad and deep.
Super.
Super sad?
So it's a different story then. It's just Pinocchio is
like
just a
an-
character.
There's like a new backstory to it
Is it
And,
like,
like, about what's his face? What's his face?
Mussolini.
No. Also
Wow.
Mussolini.
You mean
Yes.
Gavin Newsom?
There's a World War II like backstory to it, and there's Nazis in it.
There's Nazis in this Pinocchio movie.
It's intense, and there's a what's Geppetto? Geppetto. There's a backstory behind Geppetto too, and his son,
oh, you
and
Huh.
it's really.
I might actually have to. It's already
His
out.
son died in like the original movie. That's why.
Yeah, but-
that's why he made
It's-
Pinocchio.
They don't mention it though,
Yeah.
like this though. Like they actually show.
They
It's
show the
assumed.
kid pretty much dying.
Wait, you guys saw it?
We saw it.
Yeah.
And it's
So this
it's worth
thing-
watching or what?
This thing in the background, this lion-y, griffin-y thingy-mabob, she is part. She's like part of the underworld.
Yeah, so there's two of them. There's one that represents life and one represents death. This is supposed to be the blue witch or whatever in the Disney version. The angel. This is supposed to be what it is. Like it's the blue angel.
Courtney the witch.
Thank you.
He said blue
Jeez.
witch.
I don't know
He
what
said
you're supposed to call it,
Angel.
but yeah, it's like it's super deep for like what you think is a kids movie, but it's like talking
What's it
about
rated?
life. It's PG, I think, which is surprising.
The one thing I did not like about this is it was like a musical in the beginning.
They threw in some
Do
songs.
they go to Pleasure Island?
So
That's New Year's.
they don't.
I don't know.
They go to a gay Nazi boy camp.
Okay.
Is it like super woke or? Is
It's not gay. I put that in. It's like a Nazi boy camp.
It's like a.
Isn't that Pleasure
So
Island?
the
It's
boy
not.
who wore striped pants or pajamas comes into the play.
I was thinking that I was like, oh my gosh, it's so reminiscent of the boy with the striped pajamas.
Such a sad-
Yeah.
That was a sad movie.
I had to watch that in class and
It
cry.
sounds good though. I'll have to watch this.
Yeah,
I
I
keep
would
seeing it on Netflix.
highly recommend it. This is a very deep movie. There is some funny parts of it too.
Yeah, it's cute. There are some cute parts. So it's not just like all deep and sad and emotional, but it's deeper. Like I wouldn't let a kid watch that movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. This is definitely like somebody who's watched the Pinocchio movie like as a kid and then saw this version as an adult. Like you probably have a new like respect for it. I'd probably give this movie like a solid 8 out of 10. Or 8 Nazis out of 10 if you want it.
Oh.
Something like that.
8 out
I'm
of 10.
gonna give it 7 wooden boys out of 10.
Ooh.
7 Woodies out of 10.
Yeah, so we would highly recommend that movie. Do we want to move on to Avatar next or Glass Onion next?
Avatar.
Do Glass Onion.
Glass
No,
Onion.
do
Save
Avatar
Avatar for
next.
last.
Glass Onion.
I got a lot
was
to say.
faster.
Okay, Glass
really good.
I
Onion
haven't seen it.
was really
Actually,
good.
It might not go
It
by
was
fast.
good.
I might have something to say.
Glass
I
Onion
really
was a
liked it.
really enjoyable movie. Like I liked a lot about this movie. There was one issue that I had. I was telling Rochelle about
But
it.
I dispelled that issue.
She dispelled the
Continue.
issue, but I still think it's just me as an editor.
Boo.
There's a scene where they would do like the big reveal of like what's the next like act of the movie, how it's gonna go. I think they put that in the wrong spot.
And I disagree because It
Be
was
more
like
specific. I don't know what you're talking about.
okay. So
Wait, do you want me to spoil it for the people who haven't seen
He
it?
doesn't care.
I really don't.
Go for it. Elle.
you say it.
Well, you guys haven't seen it?
I've seen
I
it.
haven't seen it.
So everyone
It's worth
except
seeing.
Adam has
I
seen
know
it.
it's worth seeing. I will watch it. But
So you remember when the girl got shot
Yes.
on the island,
Uh-huh.
and then the detective takes everybody back and reviews them, and then they do the jump back.
Right.
Then it reveals more about the story. They should have done that once the dead girl walked down the stairs and revealed herself.
I think it was in the perfect spot because then it would have to be like Prisoner of Azkaban, where you like watch the whole movie and then like rewatch it from a different lens.
Right.
I think they put it in the right spot.
I thought it was
Yeah.
fine.
so that
They
you
kept
didn't
it
have to like
suspenseful.
rewatch too much of the story because then it gets
Yeah.
boring.
She totally would have died from getting shot like that, but yeah, there's no way a book would stop
Merry
a bullet.
Christmas.
Yeah.
But it did go through the glass and then the book, so I don't know. Maybe it slowed down its
No, there's
momentum.
no way.
Not from that distance.
The other dumb thing
Look
too.
at the MythBusters. They tested it.
The other dumb thing too is
Already?
Not that movie, but stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
The
I was
gl-
like,
Go ahead, Josh.
the glass like the fact that he only shot once too was stupid. Like he should have shot multiple times, but whatever.
Right. Idiot.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I-
that's an actual house you can go. You can buy.
It's up for sale for $450 million.
Oh.
where?
Elle, let's take it
I
alone.
don't know. It didn't say.
So is the
Pocket
glass
change.
onion real?
Hulk in it?
Yeah. What's his name?
Edward Norton.
Edward
Norton.
Oh,
Norton.
Drax is in it.
And Drax is in it.
Drax
too.
is in it.
And my favorite part, Drax and I have the same allergy.
Pineapple.
He
Yep.
dies from eating pineapple.
Spoiler.
Yeah, I liked in that
I really
scene
like
where,
what's his name.
where
James
he gets
Bond.
shot or where she gets shot. It almost looks like he's gonna take the bullet, like the detective is. And so I was like, oh, they're gonna try to kill him, and that's why he got invited.
No, he's gonna go to more movies. I guarantee.
Well, the funny thing is, like, Ryan Johnson, the guy who directed this movie, hated the fact they put a Knives Out mystery on this title card. He wanted it to be like its own separate thing. But the reason why is so that everybody remembers, like, oh, Knives Out it's in the
That's
same
the only reason why I
universe.
watched
Oh,
it.
so it's real. Oh wow. Oh.
So
It's not like
That's cool.
a set.
the guy James Bond,
Daniel Craig, yeah.
Glass
he's really good,
onion.
but my only gripe with this one and the first one, a couple gripes, but one of them is
Sorry. Accidentally.
his accent.
It's so
It's-
annoying.
I
It's
love his
so-
accent.
No, no.
Throws me off.
Listen,
I love
it's
it.
so forced, and you can tell it that it's forced.
That's why
Have you seen the videos of people trying to imitate it?
His
Try.
accent.
Do it.
Yeah.
Try.
read, like people trying to spell out the way he talks.
There's
Like,
so
it's-
the other actors from this movie try to do his accent, and it's like a whole video, and they're like trying way too hard as
Oh,
well.
that's funny. But like you can tell he's trying to do an accent.
See, but
Like
I-
he's doing it, but you can tell that he's doing an accent.
I
But
think
you're
the
also
reason why is
used to
because
it.
you saw all the James Bond movies
Yeah.
with him. Who haven't seen
Uh,
all of them, I
actually-
don't see it.
Listen,
Same.
I saw the first Knives Out before I saw any of the Daniel Craig James Bond movies.
Seriously?
Yes.
Did you think
I
the
didn't
accent
even
was?
know that he had a British accent when I
Did
first
you think
saw
the
it.
accent was
I
forced in
knew
the
that
first Knives Out?
Yep, I knew
Yes.
that was not a real. That's
Interesting.
not his
What
accent.
accent is he doing?
It's like
It's a country.
It's
like
an
a
all
country
Western
accent.
drawl.
No, it's not.
Have you
But
not
it's
seen
like
it, Becca?
it's like
I have.
a Southern
That's what it
drawl,
sounds like
whatever.
he's doing.
You've seen it, and it's like a country accent.
It's very like southern.
Yeah,
like,
very
proper.
southern. Yeah.
Okay, Becca, what do you think he's trying to do? I swear if you say African, I'm gonna be like, you're racist.
African.
What is
South
happening right
Africa.
now?
I don't know.
I feel like you're yelling at me.
What type of accent do you think he's doing?
I don't. I didn't think it was southern. I just thought it was like a play on other detective movies. I thought it was almost like a joke. Like, you know what I mean?
Like he's doing a
It's
joke
so
voice.
bad that it sounds like a joke. That's
Yeah,
what we're
it's because he's trying to do an accent.
Well, I really didn't think it sounded that bad. Obviously, it's
Is he trying to
stylistic.
do an
I don't know if
accent?
it's,
To it.
I wouldn't say it's bad. I just you can tell that's not the way he talks.
Is he trying to do an accent then, Noah? Do you think?
Oh. They couldn't like change it. Like,
Did I say that too many times?
15.
I'm gonna look it up. What?
I remember
I think
watching
it's
the
supposed
first
to be
one,
like a
that was
Kentucky.
the first thing I was like,
Ooh.
your accent sounds bad.
Is he like trying to do an accent?
He is trying to.
No,
do
I
an
think he's
accent,
trying
Noah.
to do it.
See, I don't know. I feel like that's not nitpicking, but I then see that as a
Oh.
huge like
I'm
issue.
trying to think of another movie that he's in where he's not doing like either some sort of like Southern accent or like some sort of British accent where he's doing.
Well, he
Well,
is
his
normal
real
British.
accent is British.
No, like where he's just doing like a normal American accent though.
Courtney, what were you trying to say?
My only issue with the movie was I felt like it was again like too modern. Like I didn't care for the Twitter references. I'm like this could have been without in the movie. Like
The whole mask stuff.
That's why I like the first
Yeah.
one a lot more.
who cares? Like oh, like I don't know. It
They
just
did
seemed
the
really
same
stupid.
thing.
But in my opinion, I feel like they were making fun of that, and I thought
I
it
mean
was
that's
fine.
fine, but like
It was definitely not for everybody. Because I was talking to Noah and Ryan about this like via text. Like there were people that were complaining about this movie. Like it was like too like on the nose of today's culture kind of things, and like, that was kind of like a turnoff for them. And I was like, it
But I
wasn't
felt
that
like they were
bad.
making fun of it, though. I
don't
didn't
know,
feel like they were
fun.
trying.
It just I don't know. It didn't
It was
seem
the
to
whole
have a
plot.
point to
Yeah.
it. Like
I think they were just trying to be funny. Like they're just throwing humor into a movie
Like-
that's supposed to be serious.
Free
Yeah.
Guy, that was my big thing with Free Guy. They like did like a whole like Twitch thing, like flash out to like Twitch streamers, like
That
big
was
Twitch
cool
streamers
that
and,
they
like,
implemented
TikTokers and
those.
stuff, and I was just like, this is cringy. These are not actors.
But-
They should just stop.
The thing is, like with this
Please.
series in the first movie, they did the same thing, but they talked about like Syrian refugees, and they talked about like really on the nose topics. There was the Jewish boy masturbating in the bathroom. Like they talked about these topics in the first one too, and so I liked that they carried that to the second one. If you don't remember, rewatch it. I've seen it 3 times.
I've only seen it once, but I don't remember that.
The main kid from It, he calls the main chick in Knives Out like, "Go back to Mexico, you anchor baby." Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of politics in there, but that's realistic. I mean, look at
Well,
our
yeah.
family. We
Well,
never
also-
shut about politics. So
It was relevant for that kind of family, though. I feel
Yeah.
like politics is part of building the character of that family.
exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I like that. I like that it's more realistic and it's not. It's like kind of like. Kind of like saying, "Hey, we see you today's world," but also we're not like diving super into like heavy political stuff.
It felt like it was like a very teenager, like
Yeah,
modern. I think
yeah.
that's where it was throwing me off. Their
Mhm.
ages compared to like
yeah.
it felt like they were acting like teenagers.
Sorry.
That is very true.
Yeah.
point.
What were you saying, Courtney?
You missed a movie in February.
What movie did I miss in February?
You're on the Nile.
Oh, that was a
That
Oh,
was
that was a
really
really
good.
good movie.
That was
Have
in
you-
2022.
Yeah, February.
Have you not seen that?
We
It
haven't-
was good.
I haven't seen the other
very
one.
much worth watching.
Oh.
See,
I
the
forgot
detective
about
in that movie, he's French,
He's so
and
good.
he nails the French accent. Like
He
you
is
couldn't,
so good.
you couldn't tell that he doesn't do a French.
that was the one I was recommending to you, Becca.
How many times?
and
There's,
so I
there's
looked,
two of them. There's Murder on the Oriental.
Yes.
And then
Orient Express.
the Nile.
Really? I like the.
Isn't it Orient, not Oriental?
Orient, whatever. Is it?
Oh, yeah, that's kind of a slur now. I don't know if you knew that.
Oriental is?
I think it is. Yeah.
What? Am I not allowed to say?
Yes. Blink all of this out. Blur it all out.
What would you guys give Murder on the Nile then?
Murder on the Nile?
That
Yeah,
was a solid like 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
9.
I would say 7 or 8. I agree with that.
Okay, and then Glass Onion. What would you guys rate Glass Onion?
I never watched
I
it.
really liked it.
And
I liked it too.
7.5.
7.5.
I'd probably solid 7.
I'll give it a 9. And then just real quick, I just looked it up. It said that it's
Actually,
a southern.
I changed it to a 6. Sorry, go ahead.
it's
I give it a 9.
southern- It's
Wait, no, an 8.5.
looked it up. It said
Go
that
ahead.
it's a southern drawl, which is different than a
So
southern
it's that's
accent.
exactly what we said.
Well, no, to me, like a southern drawl would be like where you lived in a southern state for a long time and then you moved out of that state and you're kind of coming out of that accent. So it's not like straight hit country. It's not like, howdy
Okay.
partners, now we're gonna go solve this
I didn't
mystery,
say that
right?
it was redneck.
You know what I mean?
I didn't say it was like redneck cousin.
Becca, it's close
Just
enough.
it's like somebody from the south
I don't
talks
know,
like that,
because
like a
when I watched
cowboy.
it,
Canadian accent. Do you say they have a Canadian accent, or do you say that they have a Canadian drawl?
It's like a
I would say
deep,
Dad has a Canadian drawl sometimes.
It's
He
like
doesn't have
a
an
deep
accent.
Saskatchewan east side
Sorry, or
accent.
can you
just
go
say
get me my car
Canadian comes
tomorrow?
out.
It's a drawl.
I think
it's,
that was
it's
the
not a
weird
full
part,
accent.
at least for me. I think that's the, like, where he was, it was, like, coming out of his accent, where it got, like, weird for me. Because, like, trying to nail
It wasn't
that
an
kind
accent. It wasn't an accent. It was a draw.
Can you blur out fingers
Yeah, I can blur out fingers.
and words? Yeah. Moving on.
All right, so I would give this one movie 9 boner pills out of 10. All right, moving on. The last
Boner
movie
pills.
Oh, the rhino.
that was in what's his face? Drax was selling boner pills on his Twitch stream. Moving
the
on,
rhino
Avatar
pill.
2.
Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about it. I was on so many drugs when I saw it.
This movie is a mix of a Marvel movie and a Fast and Furious movie.
What, Avatar?
Everything is about family.
Oh, I did pick up on that. Yeah.
And then second of all,
I gotta make that a soundbite. Everything
they
is about
killed-
family.
they killed the villain and brought him back.
Yeah, I did.
Twice.
What? They killed him again in
Okay,
the
so
second one?
the villain that died in the this is complete spoiler alert.
What?
So the villain. Wait, do you guys have you guys all seen it?
Go ahead. Spoil it. Avatar 2, do you want to see it?
I've seen it. It's good.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
you haven't seen it yet?
No, go ahead and spoil it. We don't care.
I loved the movie just as a preface, but so the main villain from the first one that died,
Yes.
Ranger Rick,
Yes.
he comes back as an avatar. So they basically save his brain and put it into an avatar.
Okay, question.
So
Does
he
he
comes
still have
back.
the same hair as he does as a human? He
Yes.
has an avatar? Okay, cool. Moving on.
Same actor, everything, except you can tell that he's aged and maybe he's had like a stroke or something because his speech is a little bit slower. I guess.
Yikes.
But anyway, beside the point, he's still very good in the movie. So then he dies again. He gets choked out underwater in the movie, and then gets brought back again.
Yes.
They were able to resuscitate him again, and then he leaves to go get reinforcements. Then
That sets up for the
That's the
third
end.
movie.
Yeah.
So I also heard too that Sigourney Weaver, the old lady from Alien, she plays as her own kid in this movie as the
Yeah.
Avatar.
yes, and nobody knows how she was born because there was no.
Sex scene?
There's no dad or mom. Wait, no, there's no mom.
Yes, there is. She goes to the tree of life and she
You're
talks
done
to her
drinking,
mom
honey.
or whatever, and she's like,
You're
"How
worse
do
than
you
I am
know
at this
this?"
point.
But that's her. That's her mom. She was born from Awa, which is.
Is there
I
is
don't know
there
if they're
tree
trying
their
to
tree
tell everybody that she's Jesus or whatever.
their tree god?
but she
right?
wasn't. Yeah,
Awa
but
is the god of
The
the
nature,
plant of the
yeah.
planet.
Pandora.
It's their god.
Yeah.
And,
I remember that from the
Awa,
first one.
Awa is like Mother Nature.
Yeah, no, I understood. I was
But
clarifying.
so nobody knows how she's born, obviously, and they kind of like give you pieces of it. But there definitely needs to be another movie to explain a bunch.
So there was just a 3-hour movie, and you still left with more questions.
so
than
it's a
answers?
Pandora.
It's a 3-hour, like it's more than 3 hours, I think.
Oh my god.
It's just over 3 hours, and
The first one.
and it's basically like watching an episode of a TV show. One episode.
Oh,
Yeah, they really covered nothing. It was just like a stepping stone.
It was a
Humans are back on
total
the
stepping
planet.
stone.
Big boom.
oh, that sucks.
But
I enjoyed
honestly,
it.
Me too.
it was really
a
good, though.
Movie, but like, it was too long. For, like,
no,
what
it was
going
not too
over.
long.
Yeah, so James Cameron said that he had to fight the studio. There were scenes that he wanted in it, and they had no real purpose. It was just because he wanted to see it. And I think that's kind of what this movie was. Like, it was, they're building off of the first one with the CGI. I feel like they improved it a lot.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, look at the
definitely.
avatars with the, like, even seeing, like, the little dots on her face.
Like the
it's just
sweat and like the
phenomenal.
water and stuff.
Yeah, it was really good.
And like when she would cry, like the way her tears were was
Oh my
just
gosh.
way better.
And that actor, what's her name? She played Gamora, too.
Just because she's green, racist.
Blue.
Blue. And number 2, she was
blue.
phenomenal. She made this movie. Her acting is so good.
Oh, it is.
So
and when
good.
she goes like completely primitive, holy.
When she loses her,
kid
spoiler
gets
alert, when
scared?
she
Spoiler:
loses
when her son dies,
Yeah.
she goes.
Blue people. Second of all,
I wasn't turned on. I'm
Hold
just
on,
saying
hold on.
she
He's
was.
still talking. Shut the.
Complaining about that. You saw that.
Oh my god.
No, I thought it was so intense. Like she went complete savage and
There's
just started
two
killing
times.
people.
Complaining about it.
What did
Wait,
I say?
you said you were
It's
turned
like
on
the
by
end
that?
of the movie, right? When she just goes on a killing spree.
Yeah, because her son dies. I thought it was pretty cool.
I think she depicted rage in the perfect way.
Yes.
Mother's
It was
rage.
so
yeah,
in
like
the perfect
a
way.
just
Yeah.
completely untethered rage. It was awesome.
Because normally, like when you see people who are angry, like she just had like the deep, like, oh my, it was so good. I want to see it again.
Like she was
I
like
just got goosebumps
she was
thinking
like
about
desperate.
Okay, so here's I have a question for you guys who saw the movie. Would you see 3 more Avatar movies?
Absolutely.
it.
Yes.
I would.
I would
Okay,
see, I
listen.
would see one more be done.
Okay, interesting.
You know there's gonna be more, so why would you even
Oh, I have such a hard on for these
I just
movies. They're
want- I
so
just want,
good.
like, really, one really big battle scene of just a rated R, hella gore.
We are.
A guy lost
the-
an arm. How much? Like
The
how
end of the
gorier could
first
it
one
be?
was like an hour-long fight scene of CGI and amazingness.
Hold on. First of all, this is a PG-13
You have a
movie. No,
microphone.
It's PG-13
this is a
movie. Yeah.
PG-13 movie.
Yeah.
What? Everybody's still talking. There's a nipple in this movie. A woman's breast is in this movie.
He stared at it way too long.
It was no.
Paused it.
There was literally 5 seconds.
It was when they were growing the avatar. I totally saw that.
Yeah, exactly.
How is this relevant?
It's a PG-13 movie. There's a nipple.
They're not
Are we just-
human.
But it's a
Are we just
CGI.
allowed
They-
to show
They're
not
boobs?
human.
Okay.
That movie.
Alien boobs. Okay. Total Recall.
They're not
3
human.
boobs. Rated R movie.
Okay, that was
Is that okay?
That was.
That was back.
Well, yeah, that was.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
That movie about the tsunami with a young.
Johnny Tsunami?
No, it's a young
Tom
spider.
Holland?
Tom
The
Holland is in
Impossible.
it.
The
They
Impossible.
show the mom's tit, and it's, I want to say PG-13.
Yeah.
What is the most accurate, or what's the most allowed time to show a nipple before it's a rated R movie?
Probably less than a minute.
I think as soon as somebody starts sucking on it, then it's rated R.
What if it's a child?
Different story. It's full. An adult. Another adult has to be sucking on it, and it's rated R.
Okay, so going back to my
Anytime I feed my child, are you gonna be like rated R? Rated
No.
R.
If Josh starts sucking, then it's rated R.
That is your brother and your sister-in-law. Can we move on?
so going back to my
Wait,
question.
you guys asked the question. I was just giving answers.
Ask the question. Okay, for those who said they didn't want to see more movies, what was your gripe with this? It was just too long? Like what?
Well, like I said, I want one just huge movie with a lot of war, a lot of gore, just complete and
That
utter
was the first one
annihilation.
and
So
the
you
whole
just want to
beginning
see
of
the
this
blue
one.
people
No,
slaughtered.
not
He's missing the point of the
not
movie, my
beginning-
guy.
Not the beginning of this one. The beginning of this one was just humans landing on the planet.
And then they started fighting them. They were trying to destroy what they had built.
It was like a little bit of war, but like I wish they built more off to that.
And the
but then he
whole
was just
ending.
like, then he was just
Literally,
like,
the whole
nothing
last hour
matters
of the
but
movie.
nothing matters but family. So yeah, but the middle 2 hours, the
Sponsored
middle
by
2
Corona.
hours is them swimming with dolphins.
It's building the plot.
Oh my god.
By swimming with dolphins.
He missed the point of the movie.
I know, but it's the point.
Ohana means family.
The main point of these movies is the CGI and the
pushing the visual effects and art. Yeah.
there. Okay, there was a
Yes.
couple.
It was,
I heard about that too.
even Courtney agrees. The first one was better, right?
I don't remember the first one, but I'm just saying
There's a
there was moments where it was not that good.
Okay, there was a
Exactly.
couple moments where it looked like a video game cutscene. Okay,
It literally
But-
looked like
in
a
the
blue
action,
screen.
it was like the
All
heat of
the, like,
action, like whatever.
all of like the artistic scenes were like they're underwater. It was stunning to see.
Most of the underwater scenes was just literally a blue screen
Artistic,
with
not
a whale
autistic.
on it.
So
Where
okay,
it's
not see
like
the same
okay,
movie.
the first movie, it was like you had all these unique creatures and like these
That's
plants.
the same thing in this. Same thing in this.
No, it was literally just like here's some water,
Plants.
here's a dolphin. Like
I feel more strongly about this movie than Doctor Strange. This is a 10 movie, and I will fight for it.
I don't know if it's a 10 movie, but I agree with
9.5.
Becca. It's very good.
No,
I
I'm
fight
not
for this.
saying it's a bad movie. It's a good movie, but it's like they spent just way too much time just blue. Like the people are blue, the water's blue,
Why is that a
most of the
complaint?
animals are blue.
That's nature, baby. It's camouflage.
That's
Let me just go
nature,
out.
baby.
Let me just go outside. Touch
getting
some
so many good
grass,
sound
and
bites
look at
from
the
this
sky. I'm
podcast.
like,
I love it
damn,
when
that's
Becca's on
blue.
my
It's better
side.
than the movie.
it's blue.
That's
another one for
nature,
Becca.
baby. I want that as my ringtone, Josh. That's nature, baby. As soon as I walked out of the theater, I wanted to watch that movie again. Even though it was so long, but it didn't feel long to me because I was enjoying it.
Because you said that you wanted it to be as good as the first one. I think you just didn't appreciate the small details, or you didn't pick up on them. So the light blue, the sea people, right? So they're based on the Maori, like the islander culture. And I don't know if you noticed what they were doing at the beginning. It was like this cultural dance, super cool. If you look at the scene where she starts blinking, she has a nictating membrane go over her eyes. She's built like a
'cause
fish.
They have their bodies adapted and evolved into
Right.
fish people.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, see,
Yes, that was
See, the
that
main
was
char-
cool
the
how they
main-
went into detail
the
onto
main
that.
characters are built for the forest, and the new
Yeah.
guys are built for the water.
Exactly. I
What are you,
spec-
two?
specifically.
I want my colors.
It's all blue.
No, I
Where my crayons?
specifically was like when they're just like
Crayons.
when it's just like the kids swimming in the water with the freaking whale for like an hour and a half. I'm just like,
so good. It's so beautiful to look at. I cannot
was
wait
so
to buy
cool.
that movie in 4K and watch it on
Invite
this
me
TV.
over, please.
Absolutely.
You're telling me that was cooler than in the first movie when the guy was
Why are you
literally
comparing
flying
them?
on a
It
bird
doesn't matter.
in between flying rock
Okay,
islands,
I'll be
going
one.
through waterfalls and
Listen,
crap.
I'll be 100% honest. The first one is better.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
No one's saying it wasn't.
But the second one is very, very good.
It's good, not very good.
I think the CGI is better. Like the detail is better if you compare
There,
them.
there's so much more detail
I
in
do,
like the
but
sweat
wrong.
and like when they go in the water and coming out of the water, and like it's just there's so much in the facial expressions too. Like there, if you watch the behind the scenes of the first Hobbit movie, and how much they learned from the first Avatar movie to make Smeagol in that movie, it's insane. And you can tell that they've learned even more with just like the facial expressions and how they move their eyes, and
Yeah.
it's just it's
I
insane.
definitely thought the eyes were more lifelike.
Yes.
Where like they reflected light. Like in the first one, that's kind of what threw me off. I was like, oh, this isn't real. The eyes, but it was so good.
Like you could see, like if one of those avatars is standing in front of you, you're like, yeah, okay, I've seen that before on TV. Like it looked like real life.
Interesting.
Yeah. My only complaint was that Kiri, like their kid, the girl, I liked
Kitty?
her character, Kiri. It's like Kiri. I hated her voice. She sounded really old.
Same.
She sounded like
It's
an old
because
lady.
she is
I know,
old,
but she was like old. I was
Yeah,
like,
she's supposed to be a kid, and she's
but
like,
she is old in real life.
Ava, talk to me. Like she sounds like she smoked like 7 packs of cigarettes a day.
I'm sure she has.
Like
Back when
of
she
course
was
the
a kid, that
actor-
was normal.
Oh my gosh.
All right. The question we're all waiting for. What would you guys rate Avatar 2: The Way of Water?
10.
10? You're saying
9.5.
10?
9.5.
6 for Courtney, 9.5 for Becca.
6?
Noah?
it was good. I just don't want to see it again.
My one gripe about it is that it doesn't resolve at the end,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
which is fine because none of the Avengers movies resolve at the end,
Right.
and there's a bunch that I like.
This is the second Avatar movie, and everybody knows
Yeah,
with
but
the third
most
one
of
coming
them are
out. So
3 hours long.
What do you mean? The
Yeah.
last few of them were 3 hours long. All the Avengers movies are like 2.5 to 3 hours long.
not all of them. They're 2 hours.
Are you
Yeah.
speaking strictly Avengers or like any Marvel movie? Because most of the
Strictly Avengers,
Okay, most of the
because the last two at least were at least 3 hours.
Adam,
the last two Avengers
I would
movies.
much rather watch a 3-hour movie with amazing visuals than watch
Right.
an Avenger movie with one-liners and quips and whatever.
True.
Like,
See, it doesn't matter.
I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, I'd rather watch this than any superhero movie.
same.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's saying something.
Yeah.
I want a dark superhero movie, but I'm not allowed that apparently. I want a rated R Batman going on a killing spree because Jason got beaten the crap out of
Just
by
watch
the Joker.
John Wick again.
Adam just has a violent tendency.
I do.
It's a little
I wanna
concerning.
See blood, gore, and action. That's all I want.
Blood,
Nobody
gore,
gives
booze,
it to
and
me.
sex. That's all I want to see.
I don't
Adam,
He's a country boy.
I don't care about the booze and the sex, but I just want to see. I just want.
Booze or boobs?
Yes.
Both. Yes.
I don't know. I just want a rated R Batman.
Wait, so
movie,
what did you guys
know?
rate it?
Adam,
Rating it. Rating it.
I would say a 7. Like it was a good movie.
7. That's
Enjoyable.
Yeah.
enjoyable.
I do an 8.
8. Good girl. What did you say?
That's a cuckoo.
What did you say, Noah?
See, to me, I don't mind if it's 3 hours if it's like entertaining the whole time.
Pretty.
Sure.
Do do do.
I think I'll give it an 8.5.
Oh,
That's
see, I was
respectful.
expecting like you and Top Gun to be like head to head with 10.
No, because see, Top Gun, I could not think of a reason why I couldn't give it a 10. Whereas for Avatar, there was a couple times where the visual effects were, or the special effects, or however you say it,
Right.
were just a little bit subpar, and then the storyline, it's good, but it didn't finish.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess 8.5 is probably fair.
Yeah, I hated Spider. I'm the first to say it. I'm a Spider hate club. It's the white guy.
He was kind of off.
Spider? No,
Spider.
I liked
didn't
that.
like him.
I thought he was fine. I liked his backstory.
He's Tarzan.
See, him as a
He's literally
character.
Tarzan.
No, him as the character was fine. I hated the actor. Like the actor just did not. His
There was a
acting
couple lines that he
He
had that
wasn't
were
a good
weird.
kid.
It was so bad.
But his
I'd
story
like
I
to
thought
change
was
my
good.
answer to a 6. I want to change my answer to a 6.
Adam's changing it to
I
a
thought
6.
it was
all right.
already a 6.
Yeah, I
That's 7.
your opinion doesn't matter to me.
Your rights don't matter to me.
Wow.
Clearly.
So
Misogynist.
Liz, you like the plot?
Yeah, because they actually, it was a famous, or not a famous, but like a really popular, like movie. But it brought in the whole aspect of a father being so terrified of losing his family and them getting hurt that he was too scared to fight.
Interesting.
And the fact that they like at the end they like got him, like he realized that even this way they still get hurt. You might as well fight, like his wife was trying to tell him to. It was a cool. They brought in the family aspect in a very different way.
Interesting.
I definitely agree. It's not something you would expect from Disney. Absolutely not.
Especially like
And normally it's the men who are like always the first to fight, and the women are holding
exactly.
them back. But it was almost like the other way around.
It was
And
very
it didn't have a
man-
strong female lead type like thing about it either.
It was very man orient or whatever, man heavy. I would say.
Focused.
Father friend.
Yeah, father friendly.
There you go.
It absolutely was, and it was kind of unexpected, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out now. You guys have sold me on at least watching it.
You should wait till it comes out in 4K and I get the DVD and we should watch it here.
Wait until Noah buys it on Apple TV.
There you go.
That's the plan. We'll wait for Noah to
Save some
buy
money.
it.
No,
the
the
tickets were like
DVD.
$18. So
Why can't you just buy it on TV?
Oh, because
No, you need the DVD because you'll never experience true 4K unless you have the DVD. Because internet nowadays is not fast enough to completely
internet
load
sucks.
a
watch
4K
that
movie.
cup.
Unplug the internet.
Still.
All right, guys, we've reached December 2022. So now the question we have all been waiting for: what is the best and worst movie of 2022? I'm gonna go through the whole list real quick. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Jackass Forever, Uncharted,
And
Death on the Nile.
Death on the
and Death on the Nile. Thank you. The Batman, Morbius, Sonic Hedgehog 2, The Northman, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, Secrets of Dumbledore,
Yeah.
Doctor Strange 2, Downton Abbey 2, Bob's Burgers the movie, Top Gun Maverick, Jurassic World Dominion, Elvis, Spiderhead, Lightyear, Last Seen Alive, Black
What was
Phone.
that?
Something popped.
Is it your hydro flask? Well, that's good. To
No,
It sounded like the speaker.
Maybe it was the
Sounded like-
speaker.
that was weird.
Did you touch something? Me? No.
No,
It sounded like a pressure.
Yeah,
it sounded like just like gave out
pressurized.
pressure.
Because if it's a battery or something, that's no bueno.
Take off your microphone.
That'll be a fun reaction to watch. We all like jumped out of our seats.
Moving on with the list: Thor: Love and Thunder, Where the Crawdads Sing, The Gray Man, Nope, The Bullet Train, Pinocchio live action, Black Adam, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, Avatar 2, Guillermo del Toro's version of Pinocchio, and then Glass Onion. Best and worst.
Black Phone.
Black Phone
Worst
is
down. The best of 2022, in my opinion.
okay.
That was the horror movie.
That was the horror movie. Yep.
What did I rate the Batman? I forget. Because I really like that movie.
Everyone take my word for it. Thor was the worst movie. Everyone take my word for it.
All right. Well, so we'll all say collectively that Thor was the worst movie.
Absolutely.
I never saw it.
I never
Oh,
saw
that
it,
was
so
pretty
I'm gonna
bad
say
too.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor.
I'd probably say Jurassic World over Doctor Strange.
What, Adam? For Batman, you gave it eight emo kids out of 10.
I'll say Batman's my favorite movie this year, honestly.
Okay. For me, it was. Yeah, I don't know. I like Batman a lot as well, but then I also really liked Bullet Train.
Can you send me the horror movie that you
Yes,
guys liked?
the Black Phone.
Can you send me that one and the Bullet Train so that I can watch
Yes.
those? Because I'm kind of interested now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd probably say Bullet Train or Batman for sure. It was my best of 2022.
I don't know. I think I'm just burnt out on superhero movies.
Yeah.
Which I never thought I'd get to this point.
I know.
If you watch previous podcasts,
I am
love superhero
surprised
movies.
that you are burnt out
And
already.
I don't know. I'm just over it.
Yeah. There's too many too. They come out
Yeah, you
they came
have
out
to
with
watch
3 or
them all.
4 this year.
It was nice when they were coming out with 1 or 2 a year,
Yeah.
but now, man, and they're just throwing it down your throat, and I can't keep up.
Yeah. Becca, do you say what was your favorite of 2022?
I really like Avatar, and I really liked The
have
Glass
one.
Onion.
I
Yeah,
just turned it off
December
before I
was a
turned
good
it
month
on.
for movies.
Yep.
Both of those were really
Glass
good.
Onion was good.
They took the whole year to make them.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Both of those were really good. I want to
Way
say
too long.
Avatar.
Avatar's your
Just
favorite.
because of how much work was put into that.
Avatar?
Yeah.
That's your favorite of the year?
But Glass Onion was really good too. I like them both.
Liz.
Worst was Jurassic World. Best was Top Gun.
Okay. Adam, best and worst.
Batman best, Jurassic World worst.
Really?
Okay.
Batman.
Noah.
Watch that again, I guess. I don't know. I didn't see any movies this year that I didn't want to see.
Fair enough.
So I'll just say my favorite is probably, it's got to be Top Gun.
Yeah, Top Gun.
Elvis is a close second, though.
Mm.
Like, very close. Because I've seen Top Gun twice now, but I've seen Elvis like 4 or 5 times. I just really like that movie.
Yeah.
Sonic 2 was pretty good.
And I got obsessed. I got absolutely obsessed with Elvis after seeing that movie.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Courtney, go ahead.
From the few that I've seen, I don't need the mic.
She got a loud voice.
The worst was Jackass, and then best was Top Gun.
Okay.
Understandable.
Rochelle, you said your favorite was the black phone. What was your least favorite?
I don't know.
I like this slideshow thing that you did, Josh. This is a good idea.
You did a
Very
great
nice.
job.
Very well done, Josh.
Thanks, guys.
Round
This
of
is my
applause.
favorite
Thanks, buddy.
movie.
Best slideshow ever.
I didn't really watch any that I didn't want to watch, so I didn't
I'm the
watch any
same
that I
way.
didn't like.
Yeah, fair enough.
I liked Black Phone. It was good.
Yeah.
Watch Black Phone.
Watch
The
it.
only reason I saw bad movies were because I had a couple flights this year.
And you're
And
high.
every time I was on, that too. On a flight, you get them for free. So that's
Yeah.
where I saw Thor, and it was so bad.
Yeah, so
I'm sure if you saw Thor like with the surround sound and stuff, I bet you'd be just a little bit better.
Yeah, probably. But
Or in
so
the
it's
theater.
I actually want to see it now.
Let's all hate
I
watch
think it's
it.
so bad. Yeah.
Like, we should watch it because it's so bad. It's probably on Disney Plus, huh?
I think so,
You know
yeah.
what movie you don't have on here, Josh? You freaking piece of crap. Violent Night.
Oh gosh, you saw that
Get out of
movie?
here.
Get out of
Okay,
here.
actually,
You saw it?
Actually,
Like
for
2 days ago.
For what you're expecting, it's a good movie. Like, I would rate it like probably a solid 6 or 7 out of 10.
But so I would say my best are Bullet Train and the Batman, and the worst probably The Gray Man. Would not recommend it. But what do you guys think? What are your best and best movies and least favorite movies of 2022? Well, yeah, I know we
He's
told
talking to
them.
the audience,
But
you
I'm talking to
stupid.
Bruh.
Just kidding.
Comment down. So yeah, comment down below. Yeah, be sure to check out our other podcast episodes where we do a deep dive on the Batman and also Jurassic World. And was there another one that we did this year? I forget.
A simple text would be nice when you guys are doing the podcast, so I could, take part.
No, well, we will let you know. We did the last few on Zoom.
I wasn't invited
That's
either,
fine.
Noah.
I was gonna say, I thought we did a few with Ryan.
You guys
and
aren't that
we-
far away. I can drive.
we-
I have a car.
We're sorry, Noah.